Good morning, second graders. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm at the beach because I'm celebrating our last week of school. Oh my goodness, it's been a long year and it's been a crazy year for sure, but I'm glad that we made it all here together and we're here at the beach to celebrate and just have a good last writing lesson of the year. So, how today is going to work? You're not going to sit and watch just the whole lesson. You're going to have to get off your little booties and do some exercises because we're tired of sitting around and doing nothing all the time, right? So, we're going to get up and moving and be a little active today. So, how it's going to work is I am going to have on each slide, I'm going to have a question. And for the question, I'm going to say if it's this, you're going to do one thing, and if it's this, or if it's something else, you're going to do another thing. So, for example, if I said, is the sky blue? And if you say, yes, the sky is blue, you're going to do 5 jumping jacks. And if you say, no, the sky is not blue, you would do 10, touch your toes 10 times. Okay, so obviously you would do, yes, the sky is blue, and do that exercise. So, here we go. So, our first one, is this a complete sentence? I went to the store with my mom. And if you remember from the very first week of distance learning, we talked about certain things that complete sentences have to have. So if this sentence is a complete sentence, you will do 5 push-ups. And if it is not a complete sentence, I want you to do 5 sit-ups. Give you a little bit of time. Hopefully you did 5 sit-ups because it is not a complete sentence because we are definitely missing a capital letter at the beginning and we are missing our punctuation at the end, so we do not have a complete sentence here. Number 2. Does this sentence have proper punctuation? What are you doing over the summer? If this sentence does have proper punctuation, I want you to do 10 arm circles forward. But if it does not have proper punctuation, I want you to do 10 arm circles backwards. So you got to think about it a little bit. Forwards is yes, it is proper punctuation, or backwards is no, it is not proper punctuation. Give you a little bit of time. And hopefully you did backwards arm circles because it does not have proper punctuation. This is asking a question, so we should definitely have a question mark here instead of an exclamation point, even though we might be excited that summer is coming. Next one. Is this a complete sentence? Play at the playground. Oof. Hopefully you get this right. If it is not a complete sentence, I want you to jump and try to touch the ceiling 5 times. And if it is a complete sentence, I want you to touch the ground 10 times. Give you a little bit of time. Hopefully you try to jump and touch the ceiling and get as high as you can because it is not a complete sentence. We're missing a subject. We don't know who or what this sentence is about. Who played at the playground? Or what played at the playground, right? So maybe we play at the playground, the students play at the playground, but it doesn't tell us, so it is not a complete sentence. Does this sentence have proper punctuation? I am so hungry. Question mark? I don't know. If it is not proper punctuation, if it is not the right punctuation mark, then you need to do 10 push-ups. And if it is proper punctuation, I want you to do 10 butt kickers, where you stand and you try to run and kick your butt while you're running. Give you a little bit of time. Hopefully you got down and did 10 push-ups because it does not have proper punctuation. Hopefully you noticed that this is not asking a question, so it does not need to have a question mark. It should probably have a period or maybe even an exclamation point because I said I am so hungry. So maybe I'm really like trying to prove a point and I need an exclamation point there. If I looked at this picture, I would definitely say that this Miss W would be using an exclamation mark. She looks pretty angry. Next one. Oh, this is my favorite one. Is this a complete sentence? Alabama is the best team in college football. If it is a complete sentence, not if you agree, just if it's a complete sentence, I want you to do a round of applause. And if it is not a complete sentence, I want you to run 5 miles. Okay, hopefully that one was pretty easy. Yes, it's a complete sentence. We have a capital at the beginning, we have a subject, Alabama, and we have a period at the end to tell me that it is a complete sentence. And as always, roll tide. Next one. What part of speech? Okay, so now we're talking about parts of speech. So hopefully you remember all of our parts of speech. This year we talked about nouns, person, place, or thing, verbs that are action words, adjectives that describe nouns, and adverbs describe verbs generally for second grade. So, what part of speech is this word? Bouncy. Maybe we'll try to use it in a sentence and try to think about what type of word that might be. Bouncy. If this word is a verb, I want you to jump and touch the ceiling 5 times. But if it is a adjective, I want you to do 5 jumping jacks. Give you a little bit of time. Hopefully you did 5 jumping jacks. Jumping jacks because it is an adjective. Bouncy is a describing word like the bouncy ball or the bouncy slime, maybe. The bouncy eraser. Erasers are kind of bouncy. Okay, so it's an adjective because it describes a noun. Next one. What part of speech is this word? Oh, sleep. Sleep. If sleep is a noun, I want you to do 10 arm circles forward. But if sleep is a verb, I want you to do 10 arm circles backwards. Give you a little bit of time. Hopefully you did 10 arm circles backwards because sleep is a verb, it is an action because it is something that you do. Oh, what part of speech is this word? North Star Elementary. If it's a noun, I want you to do a round of applause for the best school. And if it's a adverb, I want you to do 10 high knees. Try to get your knees all the way up to your chin when you're running in place. Give you some time. Hopefully you did a round of applause because it's the best school and is a noun because it is a place. What part of speech is this word? Happily. Oh my goodness, I am happily reading these questions to you. Happily. The girl ran happily to her parents at the end of the day. So if happily is an adverb, I want you to touch your toes 10 times. And if it is a noun, I want you to do 10 squats. Give you some time. Hopefully you touched your toes 10 times because it's an adverb, because it's describing how someone does something, how someone would do that verb. How did she run happily? How did I read these questions happily? So it is an adverb. And, oh my gosh, we're done! So your assignment is go to Seesaw, and you're going to write a guide for next year's second graders to tell them everything you need to know, or that they need to know. Oops, I forgot a word in there. What is wrong with me? Everything they need to know. So you're going to add things about your teacher. So if your teacher is Mr. Ryder, you would write about Mr. Ryder. If your teacher is Miss Hale, you would write about Miss Hale. You're going to tell them about your favorite project maybe you did in class, what they might learn in class that year. Okay, so you're going to tell them everything they need to know. It's going to be quick and easy. It'll be probably pretty fun because you get to add pictures and words. So hopefully you'll be done pretty fast. And happy writing. And happy summer. I miss you all so much, and I hope you have the best summer, and I hope you get to go outside and play with your friends and just do all kinds of fun stuff, even though we've had such a crazy end of the school year. And I cannot wait to see you all next year when you're in third grade. Have a wonderful summer, and I will see you next year.